Okay, so in this session, we'll be looking at the hands-on, right? We'll be doing some hands-on for IAM, right? So whatever concepts we have learned, based on that, we will try to create some user, and we'll do all those stuff. So let's go to this AWS Management Console, right? Keep this window aside, right? So on the console, we have IAM, right? Just type IAM in the search box and then choose IAM, manage access to AWS resources. Right? So here you reach the IAM dashboard, or we call IAM console or IAM dashboard. Here you have access management, groups, users, like that. So just click on groups. I have some groups created already, right? I'll create some different groups. For you, nothing may be there.
Nothing is there, yes.
So how did you log in to your AWS? Using the root credentials?
Yes.
Right. So far you have no IAM user.
Yes.
You have used the root credential. So whenever you create your account, you use the root credential to begin with, right? But it's not the best practice to use the root credential for everything.
Yes.
So depends, right, on. So again, you just think of security pillar, how to protect the data. So from that perspective, right, you should have different groups, different users, different kind of roles, different policies for different people, right? So say like there should be some administrator also. Say like for root, as you are logging as root and you are able to do whatever you wish. So accordingly, there should be some administrator who should have a lot of privileges, right? So that whatever training we are doing, whatever services we are using, so for all the services, that admin user should have some access, correct?
Yes.
However, admin user cannot do everything that root can do. There will be still some things left that only can be done by root, right? So let's create some admin user. Then I'll show you what all things can be done by admin and what all things cannot be done by admin, right? So for now, I am also logged in as my root credential. Okay. Now what I will do, if it is as admin, it will no other user, it will show here I am user at the account name. So I have some groups, just no forget about it now. So what you do, you just create a new group. So group means group of similar users, right?
Yes.
With the similar kind of function they need, similar kind of privilege they require. So we'll create some group, we'll give some permission to that group, and then whatever users are added to that group, they will automatically inherit the same permission. That is the purpose of group, right?
Yes.
So we were saying that we can attach the permission policies to users, to groups, like that. So what the best practice is to create a group and then create multiple users in that group, right? Or later also, if any user requires any particular access, we add that user to the particular group. So just click on create new group. Dharma, you are there on this page?
Next step.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, so click on create group and then it will ask for the group name.
Yes.
Okay.
Admin.
So you can create admin. I have admin. I will create administrator. I'll say administrators. Right. So multiple administrators will be there in this group. Right. So I'll just create administrators. Right. So I'll just say next. What it is asking? Policy type. right? So here you see in the policy, no filter, right? So you have select one or more policies to attach. So what kind of policy you want to attach? You see, hundreds of policies are there, right?
Yes.
So you have so many policies, right? But which one is more important? What we want? We don't want to log in as root. We want to
Administrator.
become administrator so that we can do most of the
Yes.
activities using the administrator. So
Administrator access.
so which one is the best option?
The
First
first
one.
one, administrator.
Yeah. So just a coincidence, right? This is the very first thing alphabetically, and this is the right choice, right? So here you can choose, you can attach the policy here itself while you are creating the group, right? If you don't attach here, you will have no option later also. I'll show you how you can attach it later also. So you just say next step and you say create group.
Yeah.
So you see administrators group created. When you click on that, you see users, there is no user. Permissions, there is one particular policy attached. So if
Yes.
you could not have attached that time, then you could use this button.
Okay.
Attach policy, same list would have come. Now, as that we have chosen it, that option is not there, right?
Yes.
Already it is attached. So it is intelligent enough to see that it is already there, right? So here, that was the another option. So just click here in the permission, you have attached policy. So whatever policy is attached, you can attach multiple policies or less policy, more policy, whatever. So up to you. There is no concept of access advisor. This access advisor will be advising you
Okay.
some kind of things. Here now it is advising this group does not contain any user. No data can be shown until users are added. So as of now there is nothing. So there is no advice. But later, right, this access advisor will be advising you from security and cost perspective, right? What is good and what is bad for you. So there will be some basic advice given based on the support plan. Now no users are added here.
Add users.
Add user from here, or you can go to this users tab, right? And from here also you can just do add user. Correct? What is the difference? In this group, when you are there, here add users to group. Whatever user you add, that will be added to this particular group only. Correct? But to just create this user, you will have flexibility, right, to add later to that particular group. So just go click on that add user. Just users, go to users, click on that add user, give some username. I already have some admin 1 or something, so I'll say administrator 1. Say administrator 1. You can say admin 1 maybe. Right? So just chosen some username that I have decided. Now, two different types of access.
Yeah.
Right? Now you will find the relevance here.
Yes.
Why we are learning all this. Select AWS access type. Select how the users will access AWS. Access keys and auto-generated passwords are provided in the last step. First choice, programmatic access. Second choice, AWS management console access. You already know how to access the management console, right? Using the root user, right? But whatever this user we are creating, what is the purpose? We want programmatic access also. See here, CLI is written.
Yes.
Enables an access key ID and secret key access ID. You see here, access key and secret key. Two things. Programmatic access. I'll just show you. You don't have to go there. Just see here. When I was doing that, configuring that AWS CLI. So I said AWS configured list. It says access key not set, secret key not set, region is AP South 1. Correct, no?
Yes.
So access key and secret key is not set. Now access key, you see here that access key and secret key mentioned here,
Yes.
and here it says programmatic access. Who
Yes.
will be accessing using that access key and secret key? CLI. Who will be using that? CLI. So enables an access key ID and secret key ID for AWS API, CLI, SDK, and other development tools. So there can be different programs which will be accessing your AWS services and the resources, right? So one example is CLI, correct? So another option is to access through management console. So we know how to access from management console, how we access using root. Similarly, we'll be accessing user using this particular administrator one user, right? We will be accessing our AWS console also. So we want to use this administrator one for accessing the console. We also want it for programmatic access. We want both kind of access for this particular user. If you only want for programmatic access, you're creating some other normal user, some developer or some S3 manager, S3 administrator, something. So you just want programmatic access, you can do programmatic access only. No need to do both. If you only want console access, you can remove that programmatic access. Only you will give console access. Depends on what is the purpose, right? What is the intention. Now this is in administrator user. We want programmatic as well as normal access also. We'll get the access key and secret key for this particular user. We'll configure our CLI with that particular access key and secret key, so that from this command prompt we will be able to access the services in AWS, and we'll be using it. Now see what are the choices here: auto generated password or custom password.
Custom.
We can say custom password. We don't want auto generated one, we will say custom. We'll decide whatever password we want here. We'll just mention that password we will take. Auto generated, if we do, it will just generate some random password and it will give it to me that okay, you take this password and use this password only. Now so I'll say custom password. I'll just put some arbitrary password. You can just choose. You can also do that. Give some password here, some custom password here. Now using this password, you need to remember this password. Using this password only, you will be able to log into the console, Amazon web console. Now require password reset. User must create a new password at next sign in. So this is something which is required in production environment. So in production environment, usually what we do is choose auto generated password. Automatically it will generate. Then we say user must create a new password at next sign in. We choose this option, right? And then we send that auto generated password to the end user, right? What IAM team will do, they will send that to the user. They will email.
We lost your audio.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
So you heard about this
No, I
auto-generated?
think.
Am I audible?
No, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I was able to hear. No,
Oh, it was
no
consistent
break.
for you. That means Nataraja, something wrong maybe at your end.
Yeah, I got it. It's my
Yeah,
internet
no.
issue here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now here it's like in production environment, how we do, the IAM team, what they will do, they will choose auto-generated password and they will say user must create a new password at next sign in. So what will happen? Some password will be generated. That password they will email to the end user, right, Natras?
Yes.
And then as soon as that user tries to log in, that time he will use that auto-generated password and then he has to reset his password. User must create a new password that will be forcefully he will have to create a new password. Understood?
Yes.
Because the purpose here is no two people should be knowing the password, right? Even administrator should not be knowing.
Yes.
So in the beginning, when this was generated, that time administrator will know. But before it is used, right, it will be changed. So it will be shared with the end user. So that end user will change it. Then administrator will also not know. So at one point of time, only one person will be knowing the password. So that is how we protect the integrity of the password. So in production environment, it will be like this, auto-generated, and then user must create new password. But for our purpose, what we will do, we create a custom password. Here, just give some password. Okay, give some password. Then you can remove this option.
Yeah.
But you remember this password. Using this password only, you will log into AWS Management Console. In place of root, we will be using this user administrator 1, right? And this particular password. Now you say next is nothing else. Now say next, permissions. Look at the permission. What do you want? Add user to a particular group, so that whatever permission that group is having, that will be inherited by this particular user, whatever user we are creating. So here it is telling group. Which group you want to add this user to? Understood?
Yep.
So just now we created administrators group.
Yes.
So that administrators group is having administrator access. As of now, there is another group, admins group, that also has administrator access. So this was earlier, I was using it. So now I'll be using this administrators group and this administrator 1 user, right? So just select and add that to administrators group or admins group if you have created. Now you can say next. So it's just stop in my view. Okay, so you see next option is tag, right? So you can give some tag, some value, right? So just I will say, I'll give some name and I'll say administrator. Okay. So, and then I'll say review. Now you just review it. Username, AWS access type programmatic, as well as management console access. Console password type custom, required password is set no, permission boundary not set, right? Group administrators, tags, right? Name administrator 1. So these are some basic things that we have done. We'll just say create user. You see what it gave me? Did you get this? You just click this arrow button and you see what all things it has done. That will be visible here. Created user administrator 1, added user administrator 1 to group administrators, created access key for user administrator 1, created login profile for user administrator 1. You got all these things?
Yes.
Right. So you have the administrator 1 user, access key ID is there, and secret access key is also there. If you just say show, it will show you the secret access key. Hide, it will hide it. Right? You download this, all this information will be downloaded and kept in the CSV format. You can open that with Excel or something. Just say save file, say okay, and then I'll just keep it on the desktop. In the workspace, I'll just keep it new user credential.csv. So I'll just say that administrator 1. Yep. 1 administrator 1.csv. I'll just put like that. So I'll just save it in workspace somewhere. Okay. Now see, I have administrator 1.csv. So that was the Windows key. This is password. This is administrator 1.csv. So you just open that and you see what is there. You have the username, password I know, right? That I have put
Yes.
myself, and then access key ID is there. So this will be used for what? CLI.
Okay.
Right. So, and then we have the secret access key. These two things are required there. And using this, and this is the console login link. This is the link that they have given. So this is the account number. You see 973123901. So this is the account number. This is visible here. If you click on this, you see this 973123901312. That will be same for you also. Similar, different account number will be there. So that account number and what you will get here will be same. Just match it. Whatever is your account number, just see the account number here, right? Same account number you will have, here in this link. So it's not necessary to use this particular link. However, it's necessary to use the account number, right? Whenever you are using the console. So when you try to log into the console, you go to AWS. Oh, this we can some number it is taking it as, right? So we'll have some format cells or something. So I'll just make it text. Okay. I don't know why it is. I made it text. Okay, became text. So this is my account number, right? So when I try to log in to my account, that time you will see for IAM, it will be asking for account number. Remember, first screen.
Yeah.
First
Correct.
screen when you go, it will ask for root or
IAM.
account number, IAM username and password. There you need this. Either you use this link or you can give the account number, then username and a password. And this access key and secret key are the mechanism for accessing your AWS resources, right, programmatically. So these two things we will be using for our CLI. You got the clarity? So what we will do, so this is no longer required. I have this access key and secret key mentioned in my Excel sheet here, right? So, hello. So what we are trying to do, we have the administrator 1 as our user, correct? The administrators group. We have we logged in as root user, correct?
Root user, yes.
Now we want to log in as a normal user. Okay. So what will happen?
That IAM user that we created now.
Pardon?
We are trying to log in with the user ID we created now, IAM user.
Correct. That's right. So using the other user, administrator user, we will be trying to access. But what will happen in the same browser? You cannot log in with both because of the session will be.
Actually, I tried to log in, so the existing one was logged out.
Okay, yeah, that will happen. So when you try to log in the same browser, the existing will be logged out. Then you can again try to log in as root, then this will be logged out. So that will happen with because of the session that is established, some cookies and all those things will be there. So now what I will do, just for I want to keep this connection also. So what I will do, I log in as normal user here, right? That
so we need to open a new session, right?
New browser.
New browser.
Or
same
you can
browser
log out also. If you have only one browser, you can log out and then you can log in, right?
Okay, let me log out.
So no need to log out. You simply try.
When you log in, the user IAM user, right? That link right? So it will automatically log out the existing one. You can try.
Correct. Correct. The new tab, you just try and then.
Because it was asking me, there was a pop-up came.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So
here
I just logged out.
Okay, good. So just try to sign into the.
Yeah, it is asking account 12 digits, account ID 12 digits.
Yeah, so that's what. So you can use like this account ID and then next and username and password, or you can simply take this link. You have this link, right?
Yeah.
So just copy this link
Okay.
and then go to the browser. In the URL section, you simply paste that link and press enter. You will see that your account ID is populated in advance.
Mhm.
See, account ID came automatically because it was there in the URL. It was mentioned in that browser, right? So
Yeah.
link only it was there. So now that is there. Now what is needed is administrator 1 as the username, right? So administrator 1 as the username, and then the password that I have set. Then it is trying to log in. So I got the management console. It says new services, access service providers, got it. So I said no need to remember something. I just close it. So here you see administrator 1 at the rate the same account ID. Now it is showing administrator 1 here for me.
Yeah.
In the other browser, I have logged in as some cloud 443. That is my root account ID, right? So that is the name of my root account. So you see, this is like that. Now here, oh, remote desktop can't connect to the remote computer. Some problem is happening with my connectivity
Net.
to that remote desktop machine. Your remote desktop is connected?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So my remote desktop connection has gone. Sometimes due to network, when it is not proper, something wrong will happen with the network. That time it will do all these things. So anyways, like no. So let's look at this console, right? So you got the management console, right? And you have things here. You have the services, and here also you can just go to EC2, and then you just press enter.
Actually, for me, it's showing the recently visited sites, IIM, EC2, and S3. It was showing now under the new IIM user account.
Oh, it was showing. So it is taking. You went in the same browser, right? So it is taking from the cookies.
Okay.
Oh, from the same browser, yes. Because
Yeah.
this using this user we haven't visited, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
even
think
for me
from
also it is showing the same.
Yeah, I went to different browser, just
recently.
visited EC2, so it is just telling EC2 to me. But for this one, it will tell me.
Okay, okay.
So recently visited IEM EC2 support like that. So for root, it is telling. So if I just log in this one, then it will tell like that. So it will understand. Right? So some kind of intelligence is there. So now here EC2 is there, right?
But
So I
sir, this one I I just clicked the S3, so it's taking into the S3 management console where I can see the S3
correct.
bucket created yesterday. It's displaying there.
Yes.
So
Get
this
that.
user also able to access S3 now, right? That new IAM
Yes.
user.
Correct. Because we have given administrator
Well,
access,
this
right?
is because administrator access. Okay.
Just
Uh-huh.
because of that. Understood? So you are able
Mhm.
to see this, you are able to, you can create the bucket, you can delete the bucket, whatever you want, you can do using this particular user.
But
Even
for
the,
me it is showing yesterday whatever I have created that bucket it is showing.
it will show you. See, in fact, today you just know that yesterday you created EC2, right?
Yes.
So it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not visible because it is Ohio region here. Just choose to Mumbai, and then it should also be visible. See, our Windows machine that is running, right? See, I logged in as administrator 1, and I can see my Windows instance, right? Right. So it's there. Correct. So
Sir, it means this one actually, no, actually, hello?
now you don't have to use root.
Hello?
That means that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sir, actually, I have some clarification here.
Tell me.
No, now if we using this IAM user account, right now we can see whatever we created yesterday. I think that we created with the root user, that EC2 as well as S3 bucket. So now we give the admin access policy. So using this IAM user account, it's displaying now for the IAM account, right?
Right.
For me.
Yeah, for me also, for everyone.
Yeah, but actually, for everyone. So this how this is this administrator means administrator can create a number of I mean administrator means how this is being restricted actually. See, which like what I want to say, how to say that,
Yeah, I got your
because
point.
admin means all the IAM accounts. I mean, whoever IAM can get into this login, they able to get all the services
No.
because if you're using the root user, if you created a number of services like Linux, Windows, database, something else. So if I go with because that policy has been given as admin access policy. So if I logging in,
Yes.
whatever is
Yes.
created, everything is coming. Whatever is created under root user, everything is coming now.
Correct.
So this how this is fetching.
Correct. Good.
So
So
we didn't
understand.
link it actually these two. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so very good question, very good thing started coming in your mind. So that is what should come actually. So that is what we have to
Okay.
understand, right? So initially, how we discussed that this root user, first thing is to get rid of root user, and whatever root credential and the password for the root, we have to simply lock it in a locker, right? So first thing to get rid of the root user, because root user is something which is very much powerful, and it can be very much disastrous, right? So what we have done, we have tried to create something equivalent to root. Now with this we will replace the root, right? Except few things, everything can be done by this administrator user. So very first thing is for the owner of the business, right? For you to stop using that root, because one day, one fine day, if your root credential is compromised, your business will be closed that day only. Your root credential is compromised, they will close your account. Only root can close the account. This administrator cannot close the account, right? Now root, if compromised, right, to root that support plan, whatever is there. So see, using this administrator, if you try to go to support, you go to support center, right? I'll show you. Just understand this, then I will be clarifying all your doubt, right? So you'll understand that. So just see, view support plans. So you go to some support plan, you say select support plan. So you try to select some point. What does it say? Hello?
Root account credentials are required.
Dharma.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dharma, you can hear,
Yes,
right?
yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes,
So root account credentials are required. So using this administrator, right, you are not able to change the support plan. So this is something which can be done by whom? Or root. Understood?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
Root user.
Using root, it says root only can see the change that plan. Using root, if you go, right, if you just go to support center, right, and then because some important decision, view support plans, right, and then just try to go to the same place, select a support plan, right. So here it is not saying that, correct. Here it is not complaining about that, but in this one it is complaining that root account credentials are required. You must sign in as root account credential, email address and password to change your support plan. So few things will be limited only to the root. You want to close the account, right? In fact, billing also initially, right, you have to specifically grant the billing. If you try to go to billing dashboard, no, that billing will not work. You try to go to billing. Let's see. Billing is there to extent. Month to this cost explorer. Billing is there. So earlier we had to add it, right? So we didn't have this option. Now they have added this billing. So billing was also initially, that was not accessible. So you had to manually, you had to go and give that billing options. So that was the feature. So now few things are separate. Few things are, see, 1.49 something is there. Bill details.
I think I cannot see your screen is changed something.
My screen is not visible, Dharma?
It's visible. It's root credentials are required. Only that screen is there.
Oh, it's not.
How about you, Dharma?
What about you, Dharma? You can see my screen? Now you see support center. Dharma is speaking in mute.
No, he's not on mute. I can see still support plans only.
Oh.
Dharma? Yeah, now I can see. Support center, yeah.
It's changing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dharma, your raised hand. Okay. Dharma, I think not able to get my audio. Dharma is raising hand, but I think.
Dharma, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I think his audio is not coming to us.
Yeah.
Pause the recording for a while. Yeah, I just resumed it. Okay, so you see, when we try to access the support plan and try to change this, so it says support plan root credentials are required. So few things are there which only can be done by root. Now connectivity issue looks like. So am I audible, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So for now, what we have done, we have found some workaround for what? Root credential. Understood?
Yes.
We want unrestricted access for most of the things. So for that reason, we have created this administrator user.
Administration.
Okay. Now we have created, for that we have the policy, right? So based on the policy, right, as we were discussing, now Dharma has raised certain questions and doubts, right? So that we have to address, right? So let me use the whiteboard for that, right? So Dharma, we learnt about the IAM policy.
Yeah.
So there we discussed about authorization.
Yeah.
right? So this policy is related to
Yes.
authorization, or you just say permission, right? So
Yeah.
policy is determining the authorization or the permission, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this policy will be written in JSON format. There will be some kind of JSON notation. In which notation? JSON. So that is JavaScript, JS, right? Object notation. JavaScript object notation. So some kind of format, some kind of standard file format, that is, right? So how you have access, right? YAML
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
heard. In Ansible we are using this YAML. Right? HTML you heard, right? HTML. So like that, you just think of some format. So that is JSON format. So these policies will be written in that format, right? So there will be some kind of managed policy. So just now we saw some policy, no, that administrator access was the policy, right? So there will be some managed policy that will be created by whom? AWS, by the vendor, by the service provider. So that will be managed. Managed by whom? By the service provider, right? So there will be some managed policy managed by AWS, right? And there can be some policy managed by whom? Customer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be managed by AWS. It can be managed by customer, right? Different type of policies, right? And then there will be some kind of inline policy. Now, as you were saying, you grant everything to somebody, right? Or there can be some option like you grant everything to somebody and then take away this much of thing, right? So say like
Yeah.
you grant this much and then take away something. So this inline policy, right, will be used for that. You grant something and then related to that particular user within that limit, you just take away something, or you know. So this inline policy, I'll just show you how we can use that inline policy. So just for now, you understand that policies, IAM policies, are the answers, right, to all your questions. Whatever question you ask, right? So only one word answer is policy. How you modify the policy,
True.
right? How you use the policy, how you change the policy, how you which policy you attach, right? So that will be important. So I'll just show you, right, that the policy for which is giving the all the permission and all. This administrator one user. You just go there, close this support plan. Now we are in management console in the IAM, right? So in the IAM, we have the user, we have the user administrator one, that is part of administrators group. So we go to administrators group. So in the group, you have the permission, and here is the policy, right?
Yes.
This is the policy we had,
Yes.
right? So you saw that n number of
Yes.
policies
Yes.
were there,
Yes.
right, Tharma?
Yeah. There were a lot.
Lot of policies were there, but specifically
Hmm.
we have chosen this
We
administrator,
have chosen this.
right? Because what we wanted something almost equivalent to root, right? So for that purpose, we have chosen this policy. Now you see, look at the show policy. You see how it is written.
It's a JSON format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the format, JSON format, in which it is written. So I'll just take this screenshot and then I'll just paste it here. Okay, so just take a look at this policy, right? What all things are there in this policy?
I
That's a
think
version,
here version, yes.
correct?
Allow.
So you have
Yeah.
some version here, right? And then some statement is
Yeah.
there.
Statement.
So a statement, this, no, open square bracket, and then you see close square
Closed.
bracket. In
Yes.
between this braces and this braces,
There are
there
three,
will be
there are three elements in it.
curly braces. Yeah.
Statement has three elements.
Effect, action, and resource. Correct? So you
Yes.
remember when we were learning that IAM, I was telling about some action, some resource, right? So resource means this AWS
Mm.
resources here. What we have mentioned, asterisk. Asterisk means any resource. And here, this asterisk here for the action means any action.
Yes.
Understood? These two
Yes.
asterisks are playing
The
out
star means
magic.
all. Star means all.
Yep. Yep. So for all the resources, all the actions, right, are allowed. What is the effect? Allow or deny? Allow.
Allow.
Allowed everyone.
Allowed, not everyone. Only administrator one.
Any.
Allow administrator one
Administrators, yeah.
any action on any resource.
Sir.
Understood?
Okay.
So because
Yes.
of this only, that particular administrator is able to see everything and do everything, right? Except few things which are limited to root. Correct? So that was who managed that policy?
AWS.
AWS.
That was managed by, this policy was managed by whom? AWS. That was created by
AWS.
AWS, right? So how policy works, that we were discussing earlier, right? So there will be some kind of tool, say like we are going to have that CLI tool, or software development kit SDK will be there, or we have the console, right? AWS management console is there. So through whatever means, there will be some request made, right? Some kind of API request will come, right? API request will come, right? And then in that API request, you will have a lot of such statements. You see this statement, right? So lot of policies, lot of statements, whatever things will be there. So whatever request is coming, right? The API request is coming through console to create something, to delete something, to view something, right? To see the bucket, to see the object, for anything that request will come, then it will look for the corresponding policy. Once it looks for the policy, so all those statements, whatever is written, so all those will be merged, right? And all those policies will be merged, all those statements will be merged, and it will be attached to the particular entity, right? So merge all statements, right? And from how many policies we can attach? Infinite, right?
Yes.
So from all the policies, whatever statements are there, all will be merged, and that will be attached to the entity. Then what will happen? I'll just decrease the size here. Okay, so merge all statements from all the policies. After merging, what will happen? It will try to evaluate.
Authorize.
It will try
Yes,
to, that policy will be evaluated whether it should authorize or not. That decision needs to be taken, right? So let's put it in the decision box. So now here we will see, here we had only allow, right? So
yes,
there may be deny. So there it will be like, does it explicitly deny? So if it is written as deny, right? So what will happen? It will be denied.
denied. Okay.
If it is written as deny, then the request will be the request will be denied. If it is written that explicitly you have to deny it, then request will be denied. If it is not mentioned, does it explicitly deny? No, it is not denying explicitly. Then again it will check. So does it explicitly allow? So it says explicitly it is not allowed. What will happen?
No.
Explicitly, does it explicitly allow? No. What will happen?
It will not allow. Denied the request.
It will again deny the request. So if it is explicitly not allowed, then it will again deny the request. If it is explicitly allowed, yes, then what will happen?
It will allow.
It will allow the request. Allow the request. Right? So this is the flow. This is the flow. How the policy is evaluated. So we can tell that it is how the policy is evaluated. So this is policy evaluation. How the policy is evaluated. So all those policies will be written and then it will be evaluated. How what you are mentioning in the place of that asterisk, that only depends, that only determines, right? How, whether it is allowed for something or it is not allowed for something. This flow chart you understood no, correctly?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So here, Dharma, you are there?
I think his voice is not audible.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
No. I'm just listening. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's good. So now what I will show you, another example I'll show you, so you'll have more, relevant, understanding. So just go there, just go to the group. Okay. Now you see, you want to do hands-on or you want to see? Just tell me.
Hands-on.
Hands-on you want to do. Okay. So create another group.
Okay.
Create one more group. See, I have DevGRP1 group, right? So
now we need to log in through root user, right?
no, now administrator also is capable, right?
Yes.
So you can use that. Your administrator is now almost equivalent to root, right?
Yes.
Use that. That will help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now we went to group.
Okay.
Dharma, you can also do that.
So now I'll give as a developer.
Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now you just go to create new user. Just say like developer. Developers group. Say next. No. Now you see a lot of things are there.
Yes.
Right? So now you just forget about this policy. Simply say next step. Okay. Say create group. Another way we will use it. So we got developers group. Okay.
Yes.
So you're not attaching.
We didn't attach
later.
So you're not attaching any policy to it, right?
Yeah, we didn't attach. So we just
Okay, just simply group created, no policy.
Right. So now what? We can attach some
Okay,
policy now.
Dev group. Yeah.
How? We'll create a user.
Yes.
Okay.
So go and create users. Add users to the group.
We go to create user. We just say add user, and then what we'll say developer 1. Okay, so I say developer 1. Now you have programmatic as well as console access. Just say console access.
Okay.
Now you just say custom password, give some password that you can remember. Then you remove this option, you say next permissions and make that part of the developers group. What happened? Instead of selecting, I clicked it. So select that developers group that we have created. Now click on the tags, right? You can add some tag and you can just say like review. Then you can say create user. So that user will be created. Now what has happened? Created, added developer to developers, login profile, that's it. No programmatic access, no access key, no secret key, nothing is created here, right? So I don't have to save any information here. So that is okay. So same link is there, how it was there for the administrator, similar link came. Now this developer one is the normal user, right? So just close here, right? And this is select as root. I'll go to another, this particular browser. I'll just do a sign out, right? And then I'll say log back.
1 second. I have not given any access. I mean, any policy I have.
No problem. Don't give anything. Simply just create that user. That's it.
Okay.
Simply create user and come back.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you will have very strong foundation of what we are discussing. So just try like this so that it will be better understanding will be clear. So just come to this screen. So Dharma, you are there?
Yeah, here.
Yes, I'm there.
You created the user?
Yeah, I created the user.
And you came to this screen?
Yes.
Just say sign out and log back in.
Okay, log back with this one, right?
So as you say log back in, then you will have that account ID automatically it will be populated. Now you just simply say I am username. So what is the I am username here?
Username will be
Developer one. And give the password.
Yeah, here it is showing recently visited services. IAM S3
Yeah, that's okay. Just log in. Just log in, say sign in. Right. So for me also saying support EC2, whatever things I had visited, right? So in developer that other user had visited, so that it is showing because it is the same browser. Cookies are not cleared. If you clear the cookies, it will not come. So that's okay. Now logged in as what? Developer one.
Developer. Yeah.
You are logged in?
Yeah.
Dharma? Please confirm, Dharma.
No, I am little bit lost, so I close the browser. So
no problem. Just no.
Yeah, it's not allowing me to. No, it's not allowing me to sign in. So I'm just trying again.
You try as that developer one, dev one.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Once you log in, just let me know.
Yeah, wait one moment.
Yeah. Okay, so Nataraj, you click on EC2 meanwhile.
Yes. Yes.
What is there? What it says?
Yeah, all API errors is coming. Yeah.
So I was telling you, no, API request will be made.
Yes.
What is happening? All API request, right? Whatever
Yeah.
is made here, nothing is allowed,
Nothing is allowed.
right? So all these statements will be consolidated. You remember the
Yes.
flow? I
Yes.
think I lost that. I cannot do that. Okay, it is gone actually. So we were discussing the logic, right? How it will be, evaluated. So
Yes.
whatever request was
Correct.
there, so it is not mentioned. Nothing, no policy is attached, right?
Yes.
So what will happen? No policy means no access,
No access.
right? If explicitly it is allowed, then only it will be allowed. If it explicitly it is not allowed, it will not
Yes.
be allowed. If it is denied, it will be denied. If it is not mentioned, means not allowed. So
Yes.
it's easy to mention for this user, developer one.
No, I have not mentioned anyway.
Nothing is mentioned for this user, right?
Yes.
Now, this user, the authentication has happened for this user or not?
Authentication is done.
Authentication done. This user logged in, right, to the console.
Yes. Yes.
Is that user authorized to use EC2?
No.
At least to see the server, whatever services are running, can it see in the Mumbai region?
No. No.
What does it say?
You don't have any.
But we have, right?
Yes.
So for the same account, this user cannot even see.
Yes.
Karma, you are able to figure out?
Yeah, I logged in. When I connect EC2, it says API error. I try to connect
Correct.
S3. It says you don't have permission to list buckets
Yeah. So
because
you understood?
the policy
Yeah.
was not attached. Attach the
Correct.
policy to list out, I suppose, right?
Correct. So you saw for
Okay,
administrator
this
what
is
was
the
there?
developer.
Yeah. For administrator, what was
Administrator, we can
mentioned?
see
Everything.
it's everything. Whatever we create, everything was showing. The
Everything we
admin.
had
I
given,
mean,
right?
Yeah.
So as we gave everything for the administrator, what happened? Administrator got all the access because of that
Access. Yes.
asterisk. But for this developer, we didn't do anything. We didn't get
Correct.
any access. Now what we will do, we'll give some access. Okay, let's go and give some access. So I will just
So yeah, I think I need
So we
to
have to go to
sign out.
we have to log out and go to that one, right?
yeah, that's why
Switch
I'm
roles is
using both the browsers
switch roles we can.
Okay.
because
We
it will
can't
be
do.
quite time consuming for you to switch back and switch no but still you do it. You have another browser, then use another browser. If you don't have, then you do it better. You will have some practice. Now
Okay.
you
It's
become root.
asking me to sign out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Natraj, you have another browser?
No, I
Okay.
have.
Okay, no problem. You can use another browser also, but I also you can use.
Okay.
Anyways, so you log in as root or admin. Okay. Now you go
So we have to
to
go to admin
groups.
login, right?
Yeah, go to admin login or root login.
When I click on console, it is automatically taking account ID.
Yeah, so just below that you will have option to choose the root or no
Root
account
user.
ID.
Okay.
If it's choosing, you choose administrator. No, administrator username password you
Yeah.
enter and login. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah, just log in as administrator. It's okay. No need to log in as root. Forget root now.
Okay.
Yeah. So login as admin 1, that administrator user. Okay. Now
Yeah.
what you do? Logged in, please confirm.
Not yet. Just give me a second, please.
Yeah.
I logged in.
It's slow.
Okay. So using the
Sir, actually, one clarification. This the account ID, right? When we create the admin account, right? There was an account ID created, right?
no, when you first
So,
time when you create the account, when you sign in, when you create your account in
yeah,
AWS, that is only one account. That's it. That
one
is like
account. But
your bank
when we
account.
create the okay. But when we create the dev user, right?
Yeah.
After we create dev user, there was a link is given. So that link also having the same account number.
Same
No,
account. Only
different.
one account you have. No, you have created how many accounts in AWS?
I have created two. One
No.
is admin, another one is
No. That is user.
No, that is user. User.
See, account
Because the
means
account was created automatically. We haven't created.
yes. When you signed in and shared your credit card, debit card, no, that was
Yes,
account
yes.
creation.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Okay,
opened
so
one
the
account.
account will not change.
Yeah, that is only one thing you are having. That is only one account, right? So that is your AWS account. You are the owner of that account. You are having the root privilege for that account, right? So you will be
Okay, so when we logging in, right, the account ID will be repeat for even if you want
same thing. That only one number. That's
to
it.
log in as an admin or if you want to log in as a dev user, only thing you need to change the user ID.
Yes.
User ID you need to change and log in password.
That's it. Perfect.
Accordingly.
Yep.
Okay. Got
account
it.
number will be same. Yeah. So now you have not given any access, so this person is not able to do anything. Now what we are going to do, we are going to give some privilege, right? So in the group we had created some group that was which one I created today? Developers. See, 6th to 12th. So developers. So this developer group, I'll go and I have no policy here, right? All of you please come to this developer group. Here you click on attach policy. Okay. Now search for the policy.
So we need to choose the group or we need to choose the user. Okay,
see,
developer group.
Usually it is like no, you can also attach the policy directly to the user. However, usually what happens, same kind of permission may be applicable to more than one user, right?
Correct.
Usually
Yes,
what happens, many
that's
developers
easy.
will be there, right? So
Yes. Right.
separately you have to attach the permission to all the users. That will be boring and prone to errors, right? Tedious also. So what you can do, you can simply attach the policy to group. All user part of that group will get that. Okay. So attach that policy to the group only directly, but you can do it for user also. Select some specific requirement is there. Only you want to grant some permission to that user, something very special, you can only give to that user. That is also possible. You can attach to user also. So now you are here in this page, everyone.
Yes.
You're there.
Yes.
I'm there.
Okay. So here you see each group can have up to 10 policies attached. So many policies you can attach, but again understand that all the policies, when they want to access, that time everything will be combined, merged, and then evaluated whether it has access, no access, yes access. So all those things will be done. It will take some time. So you keep on adding policy, it will become slow. So be careful with that. So you should not attach too many policies, right? So depends on the utilization, 1 or 2 policy, 3 policy, 4 policies, 5 policies. Now you just see here, what you want to attach, what kind of permission you want to use.
Read only.
What you do, you give S3 only. Just choose S3, search S3. So what are the options? You have S3 full access and you have S3 read-only access. Two options are there, right?
Yep.
So give S3 full access. Okay, give S3 full access, say attach policy. Okay, done. S3 full access policy. I will show you this policy. First, you see this policy. Show the policy. See what had changed here. Just see and tell me the difference between the administrator and this one.
And the action, it is S3 and star.
Yeah,
Earlier
S3.
it was star.
Right.
So S3, whatever
So
S3 having policy, full access of S3.
No, it's actually yeah, S3 full access. That's the meaning.
Correct, no? So
Right?
now, yeah, now you will have the understanding, right? You are giving within that S3 any object, right? Anything.
Yes.
Within that, right? You will have the what kind of effect? Allow. You will have allow effect. You just see this. I'll just show you. If you know, otherwise again you have to switch again and again. I'll just show you here, right? So now this is this particular developer. I'll just refresh it. Refresh it. Still this instances API error only is there, right? But if I go to the S3, right? Unfortunately I had deleted that object, whatever I was having. So I don't have that. I'll just create and I'll show you. I'll just create some bucket. So what was the what is the name of this guy? Developer, right? Developer 1 hyphen something, some number, right? So AP South 1, choose bucket block all, enable disable, everything is fine. I'll just say create bucket. So this particular developer, right, is able to create the bucket, you see. Yes. Now using that root, right, what I will do, I'll go to AWS console. I'll go to S3 and then I'll show you. I'll just create this bucket is created. It is visible here because I am root here. So now I'll create root bucket some number and I'll just say create bucket. So I just created some root bucket or something, right? And then the root bucket came and then we'll go to that developer one. Just refresh here.
Refresh.
So you see that root bucket also came, right? Yes. Now what I will do, this, see I'm developer. Now I'll take this root bucket, I'll say delete, and I'll just, it is asking me to just put that number, some name of the bucket. I'll just give that and I'll just say delete bucket. You see it got deleted, right?
Yes.
Who created the bucket? Dharma?
Yeah.
Root.
Who deleted it?
Developer.
Developer deleted, right?
Yes.
Dharma?
Yeah.
So the bucket was created by root, the root bucket, and this developer has deleted that bucket.
Because S3 full access we given.
Yes. And now you just go to this AWS console and go to EC2 and see what happens. API error. You saw how this developer is restricted.
Yes.
So at the same time, this developer is having access, full access to the S3 bucket where he can delete the bucket created by even root. At the same time, he is not having that EC2 access to see whether any instance is running or not. That also he cannot see. Correct? Making sense? Now you have the understanding. Whatever doubts, questions were there in your mind, it is slowly, you're understanding, right? How it works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct? So
yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
But still, I have one more question.
Tell me. Tell me, Dharma.
Yeah, actually, Yeah. So this okay, this access is okay, dev and admin okay, because whatever we created yesterday, it was displaying in our when we log in with admin account, it was displaying there, right? S3 EC2 was displaying there. So for example, under root user, I have created EC2 instances like Windows service, Linux service, and database service. There are three EC2 instances. I started it, and there is one S3 bucket I created. Totally 4 services are there under root user. Then I'm creating 3 IAM user 1, user 2, user 3. I'm creating uh, with admin accesses. User 1 has admin access, user 2 has admin access, user 3 has admin access.
Full admin access.
Full admin access, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if a user 1 is logging in, so that user can able to see all the 3 EC2 instances and one S3 bucket service. Is it?
See, why you are creating 3 full admin access? Can you explain? See, in your
I'm just understanding purpose. I'm just asking you.
Yeah. So just understand that you create n number of admin access.
Because I want to give it to three different.
3 different you want, right? You don't want same, right?
Yeah.
So that's why. So now you understand, if you want to give admin access to multiple people, say like for example, in the organization, some administrators are there, some team is there, some platform team is there, some Windows team or Linux team or AX team or some kind of team. So now in that different teams are there. So in those teams, what will happen? They all will have access to all the servers and equivalent access, right? So
yes.
you want some situation where you want to grant same access to everyone, and that you want full access to all the resources. They are all senior resources, and you trust them all. You want to grant all the access to all of them. Then only you should give that administrator full access, that permission. Otherwise, you grant based on the requirement. Say like now what we have done, we have attached one policy there in the resource. We have mentioned only S3, correct? There you can mention S3, you can mention EC2, you can mention few more things for one user, and that's it. Then for other user, you mention, keep on extending that JSON format, just keep on extending that. Or say like if you want to grant full access, admin access first, then you want to take some access away from that particular user, right? So that also you can do. Say like for example, I'll give you one good example here, so you will have better understanding. So let me give one example, so that with that you will be able to relate how to take the access away. Say like for example, what I will do, this user is able to delete the root bucket, this user deleted the root bucket, the developer. Now you want to create access to that user, but not the delete access. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Say like you want to grant S3 bucket create access. This person can create, but this person should not be able to delete, because root was having some important information. Now there is a situation where this person developer has deleted the roots bucket. So you want to take that delete but access only. Possible? So you can do. So how you will do? Say like like this you can keep on adding for all the situations, different situations. You will have different options. So here you have given that Amazon S3 full access, right, to the developer. See, this is developer group. You are watching the class.
Yes.
So here what we have this kind of inline policy. Just see. So we have granted some permission. We have given that S3 full access. Now you have inline policy. So it says there is no inline policy. As soon as I click here, it says there are no inline policies to show. To create one, click here. Just click here. Now you have the policy generator, right? So use the policy generator to create your own set of permissions. Whatever you want, Dharma, accordingly you can change that JSON policy, right? And then whatever you wish that you can do, you have fullest possible capacity. You want one particular person to do particular things only that much they will be having. You want to give everything and take some permission away, you can do that also. So it's like totally under your control, full control you are having. Okay, so this policy generator, use the policy generator to create own set of permission. So let's use this policy generator, because writing of that JSON will be difficult, right? Difficult to learn, right, initially?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So use this policy generator. Just click on select. Just see, allow, deny. What do you want? Tell me. Shall I
Deny.
take the delete, deny? Okay.
Deny.
So
Yeah.
let's take away the deny permission and then AWS service. So what is that service? What is the name of the service?
S3 or
S3
S3
is Amazon S3, not AWS S3. It should be Amazon S3. Where is that? Yeah, here it is. See?
Yes, there.
Choose AWS services as Amazon S3. Action. What action you want? Click on this. All action, about action.
Delete bucket. Delete bucket.
See, you have
delete bucket policy. Yeah. Delete object.
No, anyways, like delete object, let it delete object. Bucket he should not be able to delete. Okay. So what I will say, you cannot delete the bucket. Developer has deleted the bucket, we are taking it away. Now comes the ARN concept. Yesterday we had seen Amazon resource name. So here you need to modify. If you modify asterisk, what does it mean?
All.
Any bucket. What does it mean? Any bucket. So asterisk means any. So any bucket under S3, it will be any. So any bucket, delete bucket on any of the bucket, this person should not be allowed. You can also mention the ARN. I'll show you where ARN will be visible. Right. So for now, simply do this. Then click on the add statement. Click on the add statement. So as soon as you clicked on the add statement, it came as deny effect. Action is S3 delete bucket. Resource is asterisk any. Right? And then you click on what? Next step.
Next.
Then look at this. What is written? Tell me. Just understand and tell me.
Effect is deny, action is
Dharma, you can go and mute.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. So here you just see the policy, review policy, customize permissions by editing the following policy document. For more information about access policy language, overview of policy using IAM guide to test the effects of this IAM policy simulator. So you just look at this, right? So what it says, effect is deny action. So in action, it is written as : delete bucket, and then it came as a resource, right? So
yeah. What is that SID?
So that is statement ID. Statement you were seeing some number, some statement will be there. So that's just a number, right? So just for reference. Now you have some version, you have some SID, you have some deny action. This. Now like this, you can just put whatever you put here in the resource section. It will be applicable to that particular resource. So now you just say apply policy, right? Now you got some inline policy here, right, below this. And now using that particular developer is already logged in, right? This developer has created this bucket, right?
Yes.
Now he wants to delete his bucket. He just selected his bucket and he is trying to delete his bucket. He is just saying, okay, this is the confirm deletion, mention this one, right? And then he says delete the bucket. What does he get message?
Insufficient permission.
Earlier, this developer was able to delete the bucket created by root.
Yes.
Now he is not able to create his own bucket.
Yes.
Ironical, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this situation who has created? We have created, right? So whatever
Yes.
we want, right, that only will happen, right? So we are having the fullest capacity here. Just we need the knowledge, right? How to do things, right? Logical understanding of things. Then we can know whatever we want. That kind of control we are having. That kind of access we will grant. Whatever. There is no limitation only. You cannot say that this cannot be done. Everything is possible here. Whatever you wish, like that only it will happen. That much granularity is there. That much capable this tool is, right? And then you can have full control. The only thing is you need to learn JSON little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you learn JSON. You just create some framework using the policy generator. Just do certain modifications, right? And then that's it. So how are this understanding of this policy, and how was any further doubt, Dharma?
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah.
Understood fully?
Yes.
Right. So now what you require is you just think of a situation. So those are really good things when you are having the things coming up, questions coming up. So that is the beginning of the gaining process, right? Knowledge gaining process, where as soon as something comes in your mind, so that is a good thing. So when you start learning, right, so you will have lot of questions in your mind. Then comes the clarification, right? And then practice and revision. So just think of a situation yourself, right? Simply think, no restrictions. Simply think of a situation. Just try it out. Try to do it. It will happen. You just help from the document. You seek help online. Look for some FAQ. Look for some document. You just don't get it. You are not able to do it. Just ask me, right? So you just practice it. So it will be easier. Slowly you start practicing. It will be good. Those things are these things like not relevant from certification perspective. However, right, these are really basics, right, related to security. So it's good to learn, right? You can just explore this and learn this, right? So let's go ahead, right? CLI portion.
So this one.
Yeah.
Actually, this we created this EC2 S3 under root user S3, right? But now we have admin account. So with that account also we can launch EC2 S3, right?
Yeah. See, that admin is almost like same as root. Few
Root,
things,
yeah.
Only that you cannot close the account itself, or you cannot change the password of that root user, or you cannot change the support plan. So some MFA that delete some option in that you cannot do. So some few things you cannot do, but almost everything you can do using that admin account. So no need of that root account now. You can simply that logged in a place. Simply keep that for say like admin person. If he forgets the username or password, right? Password is the administrator forgets the password, then who will unlock it? Root only, no? Correct. So that's why root is important, right? So keep the root. Don't use root. Use the administrator account. So that only is enough to do whatever you wish. Now here you log in as any user, doesn't matter. So just log in as this cloud. You log in as any root user or something. Now you go to the console. Go to that connection. You are having that remote desktop connection, right?
Yes.
Still it is connected.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, connected.
Okay, so for me, like I think internet changed. So just trying to see if it is connecting. I'll just go and see what is that IP here. So it is 3690.156. Just see that hard IP. 3691, it is the same thing. Username, oh, this username changed. Administrator, I'll just say connect. Let's see. This is the password I'm having. I'll just use that. Oh, so looks like that IP or something changed in the inbound rule. So what I will do, I'll just check my inbound rule before I do something else. So I'll go to this security tab, right? Now,
Okay, it's very straightforward. So whenever we are not able to connect, we'll go and check the security.
yeah. So see, it changed 36
Okay.
something. It happened
Yes,
36.250.
Mm.
So save. So now it says inbound security group rules successfully modified on security group. So something definitely changed. So because of that only it was not allowing me. So it's very
So
simple.
that IP address is that internet IP address, is it?
Our no given by ISP actually. So when we do that
Internet
NATing, right?
provider?
Yeah, internet provider only. Because we have to go to internet, right? So
Okay.
how it will go until we have the
Yeah.
public IP? So we cannot get public IP for all our machines, right? So that ISP people will have some IPs. So they will map our IP, right? Our local IP with the public IP that they will be offering to us. They will connect it. With that public IP only we
Okay.
will go out. Because we have to be on internet, right? So for being on internet,
Yes,
we
yes.
need to be having that public IP. So we don't have our own.
Okay.
So ISP will give us. So during that netting, I will explain you further. Right? So you'll have better understanding. So now I have that. Where is my EC2 dashboard instance? Here it is. So this is the public IP. So I will just go and change this to my public IP. Show details, and it should be administrator here, right? Then I'll say connect. Now see, it is asking the password. So that firewall was stopping it. Now I fix that source IP for the firewall. Now it will allow me. If you say always allow everyone, then this will not happen. But everyone will be allowed in the world. So you see, you got connected. So got connected and I got my session back. So whatever I was doing, I got it back. So I was doing that AWS configure list. You are there already in this screen, right? All of you? Please confirm. Nataraj? Dharma? What happened?
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes, I'm there.
okay, perfect. So here you just when you say AWS configured list, so your access key, secret key, nothing is set here, right? So now instead of list, just say AWS configure. Means you are going to configure it, right? So you are not going to list it, you are going to configure it. So when you say AWS configure, press enter, it will say AWS access ID. It is asking for AWS access ID. So where is my AWS access ID? So that access ID, you remember?
That is from the
downloaded, no?
The CSV file.
Yeah, administrator 1.csv, in that it is there. So from there I will take the access ID.
1 second, I got two, right? One is administrator, another one is developer. So always I need to select the administrator, because administrator is the one who is going to give all the roles and access everything, right?
Correct. Administrator is the privileged one.
Yes.
So
Okay.
now onwards you use administrator as the login for all our training purposes. Okay. Now, so for this also, for CLI also, this administrator only will use. So here I'll just paste that access ID. Please let me know if you do this much.
Yeah, it is asking secret access key now.
Yeah. So now it is
Yeah,
asking secret.
I
Given,
given
right?
both, and it's asking for region now.
Perfect. Perfect. So good. So
Region
now
name.
you have given secret also. Now it is asking for region. You see already
Region.
AP South 1 is selected, right?
Yes. Same.
For both of you.
Yeah.
So you just press enter. And then output format, you say JSON. Simply say JSON.
Oh, sorry.
What happened?
I pressed 2 times enter.
No problem. You again configure it. Doesn't matter. It will
Okay.
only ask that much. See, it will already be there. Again, you press enter. It will already be there. Now you can change this default region name or something, right? So you can say like AP hyphen South hyphen. What is the one? One, right? AP hyphen South hyphen one. That is the code for us. And say JSON, and you press enter. See, again you do that AWS configure. It will just take all those data automatically.
So to keep updating, right? Whatever we give.
Yeah, you can change it. See, and then you can list it. See, I'll show you. Configure list. See all those things, whatever we have entered, that is there, right?
Yeah. Profile not set.
Natras.
So when I enter output format JSON, after that it didn't come anything. Just I pressed enter, nothing. Administrator it come. Yeah, now I got a lot of things, but no, nothing came for me.
See, when you press JSON and press enter, then you got your command prompt back, no?
Yes.
That's it. That was done.
Okay.
Then type AWS configure list.
You type this.
Yes, I got it.
Right.
Yeah, I got it.
I think this took the default region AP South one, what we have given earlier, right? So the
Yeah.
user admin, that account admin region,
Yep.
it took automatically.
Yep. So here, like the information will be stored here in that one hidden file will be there .aws. In that, under the config, it will be stored. Now this configuration is done. This basic thing is done. Without this, right, you cannot authorize. You cannot be authorized to create any bucket or something, right? So now you are authorized, right? So now you can go and create some bucket or something. So what is the command for doing that? So I'll just give you some overview and you can have some understanding. So say like for local DOS commands, we right, we use dir to list the directory content, right?
Yes.
We use say like cd and we say like desktop, so it will move to desktop directory, right? If it is there in your current directory, so you say c:, you are there already, right? So you say cd desktop, it will go to desktop directory, right? You say cls, screen will be clear, right? So all these are local DOS commands. So like that we will have some AWS CLI commands.
Okay.
So some local commands for DOS, right? Some commands for CLI. So some commands they have taken from Linux. So there is a command like cp. Cp is for copying the file from one location to another location, right? So that is to copy. The current file will be there and one more copy will be created. There is some command like mv command, right? Just to move the file from one location to another. The original file will be moved. There is some rm command, remove, delete the file, right? So like that some commands will be there, right? and then certain operations you can do on the S3 level, right? So some kind of you want to create a bucket, so make bucket like that, right? You want to remove the bucket, RB, remove bucket. And to list the bucket, that ls command is the same thing. Like in Linux also you have like that, right? You want to sync, so some sync command, synchronize the directories with the current whatever directory you are in. With that you want to synchronize, sync command, or you can give the URL for that. So there is something which is called S3 URI. Yesterday you had seen somewhere S3 colon / like that it was written. No, you remember S3 colon like that / some kind of bucket name was there, right? And then some kind of prefix, right? When we were going to click the public link, there was one S3 URI also. Remember? I'll just show you. See, if you go to S3, right? In S3, I'll show you here some bucket or something will be there. So, see this developer bucket or something, right? So you have that ARN. ARN you saw, right? ARN. Now in this you have some kind of, we had put some file, no? So let's put some file. I'll just create one file. New some text document. Test1. Right. So just put some file here. And let's see what happened. We have that file here, the developer one. It went there. It's not there, right? No.
We didn't upload it, right?
Okay, now it is going. So you got this file here, right? You upload it, right? So you have the file, and then from here, click on this file. You see this S3 URI?
Yeah.
Right. So what is the format here for S3 URI?
TXT.
URI means Uniform Resource Identifier.
Yeah.
You know URL, no? URL, we are typing here URL.
Yeah.
So URL, Uniform Resource Locator, that URL is one example of URI. So URI means Uniform Resource Identifier. URL is one example of URI. URI is broader thing. So now S3 URI means S3 colon / bucket name / that object name. So this is the format. This format you have to give it to that CLI command. So you can give like this. So there will be some bucket, some kind of folder or prefix, and then in that some object, whatever object you are having, so that object will be there. So like this you can use the S3 URI. So how we will run the command, so that I will show you here. Right. So in the very beginning, in order to, because that is no DOS prompt, right? So there, if you give some command, it will think of DOS. So before you just run some commands, you have to give AWS so that it will understand. You are talking about, you want to run some command which is related to AWS. So on the command prompt, you have to begin with AWS word. You remember, you just now, some time ago, we were doing AWS here, AWS, then only configure list, right?
Yes.
First thing is AWS. So on the command line, first thing you will put is AWS, right? Then it will just call that program. It's AWS will be the program that will be launched. Then you will have the actual command.
Yes.
Right? What will be the command? Example?
S3. No.
Yeah. That is correct actually. So
S3
it will be kind of related to what do you call is service. Here it will be command related to what? This is top level command.
yes,
So you can say top level command. So top level command will be like S3.
yeah,
Okay.
colon.
So for example, it will be S3. So say like whatever is the service, or then you have to do the this command, this kind of command. This is called sub command. I'll just show you how it works. So in the sub command, you have to give say like ls or make bucket mb. Okay. Then you will say some options or some parameters. Options are parameters. What do you want to do with that, right? So what are the options on which object you want to run it? So that will be based on this sub command. You make bucket, then what do you have to give? Bucket name. You want to give
Bucket name.
bucket, then you have to give bucket name, right? You want to list something, then you have to mention accordingly list what bucket, inside that bucket some file name or folder name.
Yeah.
So like that you have to mention. So it will be like S3 colon / whatever bucket name, right?
Bucket name.
So like bucket name or whatever bucket name or entire path of some whatever file name. So like that it will be standard. First you have to say AWS, then you have to say the top level
S3.
and that is S3 or EC2 or whatever what you want to choose, that one, and then make bucket, that is the next command, and then the URI, that options parameters, right? Like that usually URI will come here, this location, right? So it might come one time or two time. Something you want to copy, then you have to give two things, right? Source as well as destination also, right?
Yes.
So you want to copy, then you have to say AWS and then S3, then CP, then this thing to that place. So like that you have to mention, right? So just see on this here on this command line, right? Can you give me the command to create a bucket?
Yes.
Tell me. AWS S3. Okay. Make bucket.
MB.
Okay.
Yeah. S3
colon / what is the name of the bucket?
Test3 or something.
S3 4 5 6 7.
Yeah.
Because we don't know whether it should be unique, no?
.txt. Yeah.
No, bucket name only. So not a file. Bucket name.
Okay.
So you can say test
3 4 5
bucket. Something.
Yeah.
Press enter. What does it say?
Make bucket.
Test bucket. Like that it came means it got created. Yep. Now
refresh.
You want to see it.
Yes.
From here only you want to see. No need to go there.
Okay.
AWS S3 ls.
ls means list, right?
List the bucket. See, developer one was there, no?
Yeah.
And test bucket, this got created. This also came, no?
Yes.
Easy, right?
Yes.
So, just if you want to see from the console, you can see from the console also. You can go to S3. You just refresh. See, you can see this.
But what is the file? File we cannot able. Only object has been created.
Everything you can do. Everything.
Yes.
No restriction.
Okay.
So as of now, we have only created a bucket. So only bucket came. This bucket came. Now, if you want to put file there, you can put file there. Everything you can do. So, say like now you want to see the object in that bucket. Tell me the command.
S3
AWS. And then you have to give the name of that bucket, right?
Yes, correct.
So, if you just give the name of that bucket,
controls.
Oh, I'm not.
It's okay, we can type it.
Oh, let's see. Just let me type only then. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, came. So nothing is there, right?
Yes.
Correct. So we have nothing there. We can copy,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So
AWS
here
S3.
you see first in local command, you remember in administrator we have some files here, right?
Yes.
So here just see CLS, I have done the clear the screen. So this C colon user administrator, what is this? I can do CD desktop.
Yes.
I do dir. So I have few things here, right?
Yes.
Here I create some new text document. I say test1,
Yes.
right? And then
Yeah.
just saved it. Now I just let me keep something. So I say test1. So
Yeah.
just saved it. And then I say dir here. So I have that test1 here, no file.
Yeah.
So here you see test1 file in my local machine, correct? I want to put it in my bucket. Tell me the command.
Yes. Okay. AWS
Very
S3.
good. Yes.
MB.
You want to move or
MB.
you want to copy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Copy, CP,
Okay.
Just copy.
copy,
If you move, then this local copy
copy.
will be deleted.
File,
Okay, file
Yeah.
name. Which file?
copy. Test on dot text.
Test1 dot txt.
We need to give the path, right? I mean parameter, right? We need to give the
No.
AWS S3
Now we are in
CP.
the desktop. So
Now
from desktop you are moving to this one.
correct. So parameter means what? Parameter will be decided by the command.
okay.
So command is CP. CP takes what? Two things: source and the destination.
Destination. Yeah.
Source is the local file. Destination is the bucket. Tell me the bucket
Yes.
path.
S3 colon.
AWS S3.
Not
S3
required
colon slash
AWS.
slash.
Test
Test bucket.
Ha.
The bucket name we can copy and put that.
bucket
Where is that bucket name? It went ahead.
test bucket 1 2 3 4 something.
Above. Go above. Yeah.
No, he cleared the screen.
Or we can copy.
Okay, I
Or
will
we
tell
can
you.
copy from the
I will
console.
tell you.
No, just tell me how can I get
You
my
can copy
bucket?
from
I
the console.
deleted. Tell me how can
No,
I
it's
get
okay.
my
I will
bucket?
tell you.
Tell me.
AWS S3 LS S3.
Yes, it came. Bucket name came. Now you again
S3
tell me
LS.
the command to copy. AWS S3 copy local file.
Copy.
Local file is what?
Test
Test
one.
one. Test one.
Test1.txt. And then this is the bucket. So before that S3 colon slash slash.
S3 colon slash slash test bucket.
Then this is the bucket name, right? So this is the bucket name. Oh, what got copied?
Just then right click, I suppose.
Right click is troubling actually. Yeah, worked. 2 times I have to do right click. Okay. So this came. Now tell me next. Is it correct?
Slash the file name. File name we need to give, or if you want to give a new name, we can give new name. The test one should
See,
be
here, whatever is the test one. Yeah. So you want to copy as the same thing? What will happen?
It will copy the same.
Copy the same thing, right? In that bucket?
Yes.
If you don't give,
Yes.
yeah.
Just see. Let's see. Oh, what it did exactly? It has uploaded. Means it knows from locally you are copying there. You can copy from one bucket to other bucket also. Here you are mentioning no like this. You can mention S3 colon this bucket name, S3 colon that bucket name. It will copy from this bucket to that bucket. You just local file you don't mention. You can do that also. whatever you wish, you can do it. Just understand that. So we have uploaded it. Now, can we see that? ls. Now it is showing only this much. Now I want to see the content of that bucket. What do I do? ls s3
bucket name.
colon slash slash and the bucket name. So this is the bucket name. I say that
Enter.
the file came there, right? So you want to see from the console, you go to that bucket and you see your file is there.
Refresh.
Right? So the file here, where they have moved the option. There used to be some option to open this file. See, every day they have been changing, every month they have changed recently. So, yeah, here, just open it. You see test1, same file, right?
Yeah.
So this test1 is here. So now whatever we have kept, that came in this particular bucket, test bucket 34656. So that came this. So just think of some situation, right, and do it. You just want to delete some bucket. How do you do that? AWS S3 and remove
RM.
you know. Now which one you want to delete? This other one, the other one, developer one we will delete.
Okay.
So what we say? S3
S3 colon slash slash.
not this one, right? Developer one we will delete. This one. Is that correct command?
Yes.
Do it. What does it say?
Error. Bucket not empty. There is some file.
Okay. We need to delete the file and we need.
So whatever it might be having some content, right? So
maybe we need to add slash star.
You can see ls and then you see this. It is having on content, no, in developer.
Yes.
Now you want to delete, no, with everything. Just say -force. Now you do AWS S3 ls. Deleted, no? Deleted, right? Bucket?
Yes. Yes.
So -force option. Even if that bucket if it is not empty, that is also deleted. Now you have that file test1 there. Now we delete this test1 here. Now tell me how to bring this test1 here again. Tell me the command. AWS S3. What do you want to do? CP from there.
Yeah.
Tell me. CP from where to where? Now you think. Yeah, very good. S3 colon. What is the path? This is the one, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Okay. Now.
It's for a directory, right? I mean, it's for desktop, right?
You want the file. Yeah. So you have to tell the slash and the file name.
Text 1.txt.
Okay, then. See, CP command means from one place to another place.
Correct.
You have to give this
now.
This place.
It should be. It should be in the desktop, right? Okay.
Yep. So we are already in desktop location now.
Yes, yes.
We simply say like this. In the current directory, wherever we are, right? So let's copy it. So I just say like this. You see this test file got created here.
Yes.
So like this. So now what does it say? Download. It got downloaded now from bucket to my local machine. So this is how we have to practice. You got the basic understanding how CLI works?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Dharma,
Yes, sir.
we'll practice it.
Where do we get these comments, sir? List of comments we can get in the internet, is it?
Yeah,
Amazon.
you will get it
Google.
in Amazon only. You will get. I will just search it for you. Give me a moment. So this will be AWS. Search like this: AWS CLI, right? Commands for say like S3, because that is the simplest one, right? S3. So using high level S3 commands with AWS CLI, just right click this. See this docs.aws.com, amazon.com now will give you the best answers, best solutions, right? So using high level S3 commands with AWS CLI. So you just come to this, you see prerequisite: create a bucket, list bucket, delete object, move bucket, move copy object, move object, sync object. So all those things are there. AWS S3 MB, target, options, MB examples, right? Now list bucket like this, ls S3 ls example, right? Delete bucket, example for that, delete object, example for that. Good, right?
Yes.
S3 MB. So a lot of things are there. Whenever you get a leisure time, you just practice this.
Yes.
Sync object. You can synchronize your current complete directory with the bucket. Synchronize completely, everything will be copied. RM this some goes increasing difficulty level. So simply you can do things. Now that you know, right, how to configure, how to use CLI, right? CLI will not be part of your this certification. However, right, it's good to learn for a higher level certification for professional level and all. So it is needed. But now you should have the understanding. It is good. Right? Just I will ping you the link also in case you find it
Yeah.
useful. So just give me a moment. I will just share that link. Whenever you get a chance, it is very interesting, it is very useful, it is very fast, and you don't have to get the RDP. You don't have to get that, sorry, not RDP, that you don't have to go to console and do right click and left click, right? For moving things, you can just run commands, and commands, like for initially you will find it like for simple thing you have to write some command, but later you can use it for very good purposes. See, for example, you want to automate the process, right, where you have this AWS, and your IP is getting changed every time in EC2, right? When you're going to that EC2, you're having that security group, right? Where I went, instances. So in this, your security group is changing that inbound rule every time, right?
Yeah.
So this edit inbound rule you are doing, and you are changing it, right, every time. You can install, say, like for example, now it is like in the EC2 instance we have installed the CLI. Instead of this EC2 instance, we can do it in our own local machine, right?
Yeah.
Right. I just gave you one workaround, because some people may have no office laptop, some people may have something. So like that, based on that, so what we do, we just give one workaround where we install the CLI in the AWS instance, and then from there we teach the concept of CLI. But just think of a situation where it will be so much practical from your local machine. In your local machine only you configure your AWS CLI. Just open the command prompt, do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Don't have to go to console.
Yes.
And you have to do something. So even if you want to go to console or something, so even for connecting to your Windows instance, or for your connecting to your Linux instance, that security group will have certain IPs, right? That public IP inbound rule and all. That also you can change from this command prompt only. You can add from here without going to security group and doing all those things. You can do a lot of automation. You can be very easy, right? And it will be very efficient, very powerful tool. Okay. We are
Yes,
good
sir.
for today.
Actually, one thing here.
Tell me.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I have a simple question. So here, because we connected RDB with that user admin account, then we are configuring that
Yeah.
access secret key and access ID and secret key. Then it's configured for that one, and then
Correct.
we are able to work on these CLI comments. But
Yep.
if you want to directly access from our laptop to that EC2 instance, right? Suppose EC2 instance is created by a root user. They are giving some user account where we can access the S3 bucket and EC2 instances. So if
Yeah.
you want access from through command line interface, if you want access from our laptop,
Yeah.
so
Same thing.
that configuration will be little different, right? Because
No.
when we configure here, right, we didn't give any user ID and all. We give only access ID and secret key. But
Same
the
configuration. Same configuration for your laptop
same
also.
laptop, but here I think that user ID we haven't given it
No.
because we already
No
logged
need.
in with the user ID, so it automatically took.
No.
But when we do from our local machine,
No.
so that user ID option was not given.
No. 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 Not needed. Where you logged in as user ID? Where did I log in as user ID? Wait 1 second. I just log out.
No, we did.
1 second. I log out. I close my browser. Okay. I close all my browsers. Now you tell me where I am logged in as that user.
You logged in with your RDB machine, right?
Only to RDP machine, right? You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
getting?
You logged into RDP machine, and from there you're executing this CLI commands, right?
Logged into RDP machine using which user?
With the
Tell me.
admin user.
Admin user. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, that was administrator for Windows machine. That was Windows machine user. That was not IAM user. Was that IAM user?
Yeah.
No. Dharma.
I think for me, we
Dharma, how you connected
no, sir.
to
We are
Windows?
executing.
How you connected to Windows machine using which user? Administrator, right? Windows machine, how you
Yeah.
connected? Remote, how you took the remote of this Windows machine? Using administrator,
Using
right?
that admin account only.
Not
Admin account
admin
only.
account.
Yeah.
Don't get confused. Don't get confused. See, there was one
Admin user.
administrator, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that was administrator. See here, administrator. This was the user, right?
Yes.
Now you understand that this administrator is that IAM user.
No.
Is it IAM user?
No.
Did we create any user before creating our instance?
No, I think.
Dharma.
I think it took from when you logging in right into this machine.
Yeah.
That 3.6.90.156. So when you're logging in, you give user ID, right? So that same administrator, right?
No, not the same administrator. See, when you connected, you took the RDP, right? When you took RDP, right? When you created this instance, when you installed this and connected yesterday only, right?
Yes.
Dharma,
Yeah.
when did you connect for the first time to this machine? Like this we connected, no?
Yeah, we connected yesterday, even we connected today also.
Yeah, think of yesterday.
Yeah, we connected. See here, username is.
What is the
Okay.
username? Administrator or administrator
Yesterday,
one?
I forgot what you created, but I created a different user ID.
What was the user ID for your this Windows machine? It will be administrator for everyone.
Yes.
It is administrator for everyone.
No, my question is, it's like IAM user account or it's a default administrator account? That's what
This
I'm
is for
asking.
any Windows machine. When you just create any Windows machine, when you install any Windows machine, whether it is Windows 10 or Windows 8 or Windows 2012 or 2016 or
No,
2020.
administrator will be there. I understand that.
Which is that
But
user? First, you tell me
see,
what is this user? This is the user of the operating system, or this is IAM user.
no, administrator will be this Windows operating system user.
Okay, so just keep that separate. Just keep that locked. Don't change that statement. Administrator is the Windows OS user. Okay, so one thing.
Okay.
Now another thing. When we started doing IAM today, your IAM console was fresh. Was there any user earlier? Did you see any user?
No.
No user was there. Just remember that also. So you had one user called administrator, right, for your Windows operating system. With that, you logged in yesterday also. Today, when you started doing IAM, so that time that IAM didn't have any user, no group was there, no user was there, nothing was there. I gave administrator 1 as the name, right? Nataraj, what name did you give?
Administrator.
You gave administrator?
Yes.
And what name you gave, Nataraj?
Administrator only.
Dharma.
Yeah, I gave user admin 1.
See, so you gave some other name. This particular IAM user has nothing to do with the administrator user that we created on the Windows login. So now this thing
Okay.
is,
Both are different. Okay. That administrator is the Windows administrator, but today we created in IAM. That is,
different.
for example, you take my account. My account, it's a user admin 1. That is my admin account.
Correct.
User admin 1. That is my account.
Yes.
Okay. So when I log in into RDP, I think I used
what? You used administrator.
1 account.
No, you
User
used
admin 1.
administrator. See, you disconnect from this. Just disconnect from your session and then you do RDP one more time. You will use administrator user for the Windows. That is Windows credential. That has nothing to do. That is just a laptop.
Harish, I have one question. So here we cannot connect through RDP. So with our local machine also we can.
Exactly. That's what is the conclusion. Actually, I want to come to that conclusion. So before that, I just want to make sure that there is no confusion with the administrator's word or something. So now just think of this machine as very independent machine. This is just some kind of machine. That's it. This is nothing. This is not. Don't think that this is in EC2 or something. It is related. Nothing. This is just one machine, or it is your laptop or my laptop, or this is just a server in Google Cloud, not in AWS Cloud. It is somewhere. Doesn't matter. Now, what you have done, Dharma, is you have installed and configured, right? What? Certain parameters for CLI, correct? You have given certain values.
Yeah.
AWS configure, right, and list. So you have given these things. Only these things are doing magic. Only these things are doing magic. Understood?
Got it. Yeah, got it.
Only so same these things are doing magic. See, this access key is unique. Now I know this is not only your confusion, Dharma. This is general confusion, because we have not given anywhere, we have not mentioned the username, right? So people will think, oh, no username is mentioned, right? How it is creating the user, the bucket or something, right? This is the magic of this access key. This access key and secret key, this is unique. So AWS knows what is the meaning of that access key, who is trying to access, right? So
Yeah.
with that key only, it will figure out, right, which account, what no user, where the bucket should be created, what should be done, right? The only thing it asks is the region, right, the access key and the secret key. With this only happens. So in your local machine, in my machine here, I just do CMD, right, and I can do this here in my machine only. And only I'll just do know some kind of
Sir, I can't see your screen.
I can see. I can see.
You can't see my screen?
You
I can
see?
see. I can see.
Dharma,
I can see.
just try to refresh. I'm just sharing my screen, my local
Yeah,
machine.
I can see.
See my local machine here.
Yeah,
Now
I
it
can
is,
see that.
but Dharma cannot see. Dharma,
So Harish, in this case also, I mean, if we are connecting from our local also, so
yeah,
first thing we need to authenticate. That is the initial step. If we authenticate, then we can proceed to transfer any of the files or copy or delete, move,
that
whatever.
access key and that secret key is for
Secret
what?
key to authenticate.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Dharma, I think Dharma is rejoining. Dharma,
I
let
think
Dharma
Dharma joined 2
rejoin.
times.
Yeah, so I think he faced some issue, right? So, okay, so what I will do is I'll no, stop the recording and then no, I'll just clarify.
Yeah, I can see now. I reconnect.
Yeah, okay, 1 second. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let me stop the recording for this session.